John, when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who art thou?" Now they got the nerve to ask John the Baptist, "Who are you?" Like they got a cornerstone on religion. Like everything got to go past their desk before anything happens. It says, "Who are you?" It says, "And he confessed and denied not." Wait a minute, where am I at? Jesus Christ. Who art thou? Oh, yeah. It says, "And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the Christ." And they asked him, "What then? Art thou Elias?" And he said, "I am not." "Art thou that prophet?" And he answered, "No." Then said they which him, "Who art thou? That we may give an answer to them which that sent us. What sayest thou of thyself?" He said, "I am a voice." And I think we're going to probably start ending it right about it's 8:59. We've been teaching an hour. It says, he said, "I am a voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Isaiah." Now look at John the Baptist. My man John the Baptist, first of all, I have to admire him. Because John the Baptist was a full-blown, if you would, thug in the gospel. This guy was like, "I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep it real in your face if you like me or not." John's life was on the line when Herod said, "John, what do you say about me hooking up with my brother's wife?" He said, "It ain't right, man." Now, this man got the power to kill you. Most people would have been like, "I mean, it's up to you. I mean, that ain't my business. I'm, living that business." We'd have weaseled out of that. But John kept it real, like, "It ain't right, man. Thus saith the Lord." Now, what you got to do it. I mean, that's the hardcore preaching right there. Not only that, he wasn't even concerned about his natural life. He's out posted up in the desert, eating locusts, throwing them back probably like Skittles, and just eating honey, just scoop up and some honey, throw it back, and it's talking about everybody, y'all need to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Rocking camel's coats. No fancy robes, just put the bare necessities on and get out there and start preaching. We got to now come to the pulpit with a big old suit and nice shoes and a briefcase and all of that stuff. You ever look at them evangelists on TV? I'm not saying what they do is wrong, but, sometimes you got to wonder, do people get caught up in appearance more so than just keeping it real in the gospel? I mean, sometimes I'm so focused on that suit, I can barely hear this in. Man, that's a nice, where do we get that? That sure is Taylor good. Yeah, cufflinks and stuff. Oh, yes, God. And that's cool and all, but just, can you preach in just a polo shirt? Sometimes just get out there grimy, go out on there with a jogging suit out on the street. Just be talking about, let me talk to you about the Lord. Where people, you disguise, you cognitus, like John the Baptist. So, my man John the Baptist is out there preaching, and he is ripping it. Now, they get the word, and they come out there, and they want to know what's going on out here in the desert, because everybody's going out there to hear what John has to say. And John says, "Listen, I'm simply a voice crying in the wilderness." Now, am I talking about the desert? No. When we talk about the wilderness, this world that we are living in is an absolute wilderness. Now, I know we don't know it because we attend football games, popcorn parties, and all these fun things. Popcorn parties. How about this one? I'm about to throw a term out to y'all. I know y'all ain't gonna know. The sock hops. There it is. I knew it. I knew she was gonna know what the sock hop was. Anybody else know what a sock hop is? How you know what a sock hop is? Greg probably know what a sock hop is. Because Greg invited. Now, sock hops, when you was little, yeah, when I was like in the 3rd grade, we'd have sock hops, man. The whole party, you just come with socks on. We get out there and we just dance with the socks doing the James Brown. Yeah, the socks would get the feet and slide. Yeah, we had a good time. Sock hops. We had parties. We get caught up in all of this stuff, and we forget sometimes that we're living in the wilderness. So, what John the Baptist did is he is referring to this world that we live in as a complete wilderness. A place that we are not to get content and comfortable living in. Now check this out. When I was about 11, my uncle set me up for failure. He's an ex-Vietnam vet, and he took me and my buddy Craig out into the forest, and he said, "Listen, here's a compass, get home. Don't follow me." Because we like, "Oh yeah, we get home, I'm following you." He's like, "Don't follow me." He left us out there in the woods. I didn't even know how to use a compass. That was spinning around all over the place. I'm like, why didn't you just go up? I had no idea what north, south, east, and west was. I was a horrible student. I wasn't paying attention in geography. None of that stuff. I'm like, I won't need this. Now all of a sudden I'm out in the forest, with a compass. And I got scared. Me and my buddy, we like, man, dude, I know we probably maybe 2 miles from the city, but when you 2 miles is a long way. We were concerned for our lives. And I remember the relief when we finally got home. When we finally got into the city, when we finally got back home, we was like, oh my gosh, man, I was so scared. Your mind started playing tricks on you. I was looking at my buddy like, maybe I might have to eat him. You know, I mean, you start thinking like, man, just in case it gets tight, I'm be like, Craig, look. We out there starting the fire. Sorry, Craig. Salt on it. Yeah, man, I was concerned. Your mind starts messing with you. Because I was in an unfamiliar place. But what the devil does is the people that are on earth in this wilderness, he disguises them. Instead of looking at the alligators and the mosquitoes and the frogs and the nasty things in the forest, he says, look at this one little fly. Look at the butterfly. Look at all, don't look at all the other stuff. And people get content being in the wilderness. So what God does is says, let me show you what this world is really like. Thus, we have natural catastrophes. Thus, we have brush fires. Thus, we have killing and murder, envy and strife. And he allows this to go on so that man can never say, we living it up down here. We enjoyed it, especially the church. The church should be the first to say, I cannot wait to get home. If you're a Christian and you're going, I want to stay down here forever, that means something in you do not long for heaven. Therefore, God will try to show you that you need to long for me. And you don't want God to put that in you against your will. There's two ways you can come to him. You can either be drawn to him or driven.